And we're live. Greetings, beautiful, beautiful family. Wonderful starlights and flying moonbeams and little jet-propelled angels with sparkling wings, zooming, zipping up and down all over the universe and the planet. Welcome. Yep, we're getting very busy like little fireflies. So another magical miracle Saturday afternoon or morning. I don't know where you are. Saturday. I don't know where I am. Somewhere between here and there and everywhere. Yeah, we've been busy. How have you been, mister?
Same,
Welcome, PG, huh?
same, a bit everywhere, hanging in
Yeah.
there. Big energy day one day, we're doing magic. The other one, we're just sleeping in the void. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like those. I did an all-nighter with PG. We did some like huge big stuff, which was really amazing, which I'm sure PG will. I hope you've got the stuff. I haven't got much on it. I didn't get
Yeah,
much.
we'll see it.
Yeah, so that was like really awesome. And then I'm very pleased to to say that I'm back where I belong at the moment, just pouring out the rainbow light upon the planet. Been around up and down Africa, spreading lots of flamingo energy and lots of energy. My flock of flaming flamingos are flying.
Well, I know Millie felt our energy work, but yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's going through something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
My mom, like 2 days ago too, yesterday, she wasn't there too. I mean, yeah, everyone's like moving around.
Doing an energy dance up and down and around. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody's feeling the dip, you know. I don't
I mean,
really.
some people are just more used to it, so they can thrive when they're in that state. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
still not fun. I can still create now from the void, and I'm told it's really, really, really powerful. But it doesn't make it fun or easy, you know.
Yeah, I know. I've got that, Millie. She's been around the world and then some.
Yeah.
Reading, and the reader starts talking about galactic.
Good thing we have.
Well, that's what's the Amrita. Yeah, we did.
That's magical, Millie. Awesome. Yeah, because we're transmitting a lot of
We
signal.
seriously opened up a huge portal.
Because we're now transmitters, we're not just seekers anymore. So yeah,
Yeah.
well, in the story, we never really were, but I mean, everyone's just remembering. Some are remembering faster, and it's not easy for them. But yeah, we're doing great. I believe we're doing really great.
Yeah, there's so much energy just pouring out at the moment. So I do feel for the newbies that are waking up. And they need like a lot of protection as well. Just a lot of like love and juicy stuff around that. No, I'm just trying not to do reading. Sometimes I pop in and I hear a card. I listen to one person who's been working for me for a while. Otherwise, I'd be way too confused. Yeah.
I do my own readings now. Don't want to get imprinted with someone else's energy. I think the only ones I really, really, really trust, not that I don't like the other readings, but the ones that speak the most to me is John and Viviani. These guys just hit a nail with me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's for everybody. They find their own space, which is the person that really works for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they just saw me like I couldn't even see myself yet. That was great.
Yeah. So lots of buzzy bees.
Hello,
So
Grace.
yeah. Oh, PG Bubbles. Hello, Grace. Love you
Let's
so
see what
much.
we get
I
this
shared a
morning.
bit with Grace, and she might share it. You must please share your bumblebee buzz thing. She's got a beehive in her house, in her home, not in her home, in her garden, But it's like in this tree, it is like something totally out of fantasy land. Like Winnie the Pooh would be so proud of it. It's absolutely beautiful. And I love that white peacock. When I lived in the States, I stayed on a peacock farm, and there were hundreds, if not thousands, of peacocks. And she had white ones. When you see them up close, they're very opalescent. And then there were the pied ones, the mixed up ones. But yeah, lots and lots of peacocks. It was very difficult to have a garden because they ate everything. Yum, 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 yum.
Hang in there, Karen. Just drink some water and low energy day. It's where everyone's feeling these days.
Yeah.
Some are just sick, so be happy you're not you're not feeling super sick, because a lot of people are feeling sick. Millie just gave birth. Well, not literally, but
Yeah, there are a lot of people that are still sick. But just hang in there, drink water. Yeah, you know what to do. You know what to do. Drink, and just work with energy in your body, golden energy. Just like
find the fun in the pain. I got a great reading today. It's awesome.
Oh, you're going to share it with us?
Well, yeah, it's for us.
Oh, cool.
Especially for you guys, because I'm already there. Be yourself, even if you're crazy. Stop worrying about normal ass, nothing ass people judging your cool, weird ass. Well, that's a funny one. There'll be none of that today. Anytime you feel yourself worrying about any of those asses, remember who you gotta wake up to every morning. You, baby, you. Your job is to make sure you're good on your own terms. Check in with what you really care about and make sure you're living up to that. Not what all those asses out there might be thinking.
Yeah.
There you go. Be cool, be weird, and embrace it.
I used to say I've got to go to sleep with myself tonight. That's why I do the things that I do, because at the end of the day, I've got to look at myself in the mirror. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Be weird. I love it. That's a great reading this morning.
PG, let's see what you got here. Nothing normal. Nothing normal in your home today.
That's awesome.
What's normal? There was a great band in South Africa called Max Normal. They were really off the wall. And they used to put stickers all over Johannesburg. They were really like little stick men. Max Normal.
Yep, you got it. That's the message.
Yeah. It's the one, yeah. Whether you want to wake up to them or you want to you've got to say goodnight to them. That is the one. So there's still lots and lots of like our traumas just dropping off really quickly. So just let that happen. I was also just wondering, does one ever finish working with this stuff? On what level does one finish working with this stuff? It always pops up in another way. And it's just so, I lived in Johannesburg. It's just so interesting how they come up from different angles, yeah?
I mean, that sometimes you're learning and then you're teaching and then you're learning and then you're teaching. I don't think we're ever done. There's always something new to discover. And then when there's nothing new, we invent it. We ruin it.
But yeah, the same episodes can come up in completely different perspectives, yeah? Which is really great. Yeah. So I don't know, also doing a lot of like hot energy throughout that you guys are all doing your up and down, clearing your spine. There's almost nothing more important right now than to keep that energy as clean and pure as possible. Just remember as often as you can, breathing in the light, breathing out the light.
Oh, and I had a stupid thing to tell. It's when you're feeling the Kundalini energies, you're feeling it going through. You're in that like meditation space. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Try the stupid trick. Pluck your butthole. It's stupid, but it works.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, absolutely.
It just sends your energies back through your spine, and it kind of gives you a feeling that just. Anyways, just try that. It's stupid, but it works.
Thanks for that reminder. No, it's not stupid. It's absolutely right. I
Well,
did.
it sounds stupid because come on, I'm meditating here. Don't talk to me about buttholes, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really important to actually like close that energy off.
Like when you're done pooping, just
Yeah.
like close your butthole.
Yeah.
Like close the tube basically, but yeah.
Yeah, because that like shoots that energy. It's
Because I
like
tried it, I tried it a couple of times, and I felt the difference when in that state, that state when you know something's trying to come true, and you're just so grounded. You do that, it kicks your energy up. Well, don't put needles there, but yeah, you know what I mean.
pinch your bum. I've done it a few times with the meditation for us when we've worked with the color. Yeah, it's really important. And the other thing is, it's really important to put your tongue, to connect your tongue as far back as you can, but just connect your tongue. I thought it was normal because my tongue's always up there, but apparently it's not. But you put your tongue on your top palate.
On the roof.
Yeah.
Raise the roof.
The roof, yeah. And the further back you can put it, the better, because then you squeeze your bum, and then it creates from that tongue that you've connected, it's like a circuit. So it goes up to the third eye. Yeah. I had so many colors in the meditation today. That was just so beautiful.
Oh yeah, just little meditation tricks you can try to implement, because we're dealing with more and more energies, and it's starting to become overload, energy overload. So
it's so pretty, Millie. Soon they're going to come and eat out of your hand.
Yay!
No, it's between the tongue and the bum.
Maybe they're done mourning. Morning in the morning.
Which bee? The one earlier.
Oh, you're gonna see some bees today.
We went to play in the bees. I did a bee. Here's my bee. And yeah, I didn't come across very clearly last night, but Buglamuti is really cool. And she's also works that she works with the tongue a lot. But I'm looking not so much at going too deep into her because she's a little intense. But just knowing that.
Tell me about it.
So we want to just keep this. We don't need any extra intense in our life. Shamunda, please. It is just so awesome. It's so weird. I can't say it out aloud that much. I don't do it very loud. I do it like only three times in the morning, but I do it a lot in my head when I'm walking. And she will cut a lot of negativity and hum. I've been telling you, hum. And maybe we'll go through that today, or I'll touch on it tomorrow. The bee in Hindu and the buzzing. I mean, it's the sound, the buzzing of the cosmos, the sound of creation. So yeah, we did some crazy stuff because they weren't so happy that we had a king bee right now because it's not a king bee. But hey, these are new times, guys. And I don't know if I'm repeating it again, but please really tell your children and tell yourself about the birds and the bees. Go and do some beautiful research. I was just sharing with PG. I love those bird programs where you have those really strange birds in Africa or in the jungles that create these amazing dances and nests for their wives, and or they clear a space, and they do. Some of them do these like seriously intense dances, and she'll sit in the tree, and then there'll like be 2 or 3 of these guys, and she'll just watch. So we should be telling her, and it's she that chooses. Yeah, so we told our children about the birds and what beautiful homes they make. And then we told them about the bees which is also such a beautiful community run by women, where men work and they dance. They're the only ones that can, the drones. So they're out there doing the work and collecting honey and coming back to their honey and having a great big party out there. But always coming back to the nest, always coming back. And they've all got their job and they work like meticulously and conscientiously, and they're just an amazing community. So yeah, if
There's a
we
lot of parallels between the world we're building right now and the bees and the ants
absolutely,
too, and everything with a
ants
collective
don't
conscience.
rest. Ants are, yeah.
Ants are badass. I love ants.
Yes, that's good. Karen, you know what's the healing part of our voice? If you don't talk, it's fine. It's the hum. And I've been telling us for a while, and I'm going to continue to remind us that we need, I've been saying do the or just do the hum. It doesn't matter, just hum, because you need to find your own vibration. And it's healing. And there's been a lot of work done scientifically as well. But that's why Indian women and men have got such beautiful complexions and actually age really well, because a lot of the mantras which they do, and they do them every day. They're just brought up like that. They're born that way, and they do it's not a big thing. It's just something they do. And those mantras, that sound of that vibration is incredibly healing and brings the blood around the body and keeps you youthful and energized. Yeah.
You don't have to hum all day, just when you're doing your meditation or something like that. In Truth Wave, it just, when you're in silence, a little hum.
But you can, Karen, absolutely start incorporate humming or singing. But humming is really nice, and you'll feel it. And as I said, just work very clearly, because you can change your hum.
Yeah, I just found my two main tones. That's great.
Yeah. But if you hum, and you can really hum from your belly or hum from your heart, which is really very healing. And ants are amazing. And I truly believe that the humming will actually, because all our body is full of crystals, especially the glands, and that will actually, and a lot are calcified, not just the pineal gland. And it happens here to our throat as well, the thyroid. So the humming will actually vibrate. That's the best. I've said, when they clean with ultrasonic, which is just a frequency. It's a hum. If you're too near it and you can feel it in your fillings, we've got to go further away. You can't hear it, but you can feel it. So and it just cleans your crystals, like super, super amazing. Yeah. Okay, PG, let's see what you got for us. Yeah, they also have beauty, and they have blue hair. Yeah, everybody hum. Be mindful about humming. You can
Awesome.
hum.
Tell us how this goes. How it goes. You're humming, Karen.
Yeah, the more you hum, the better. There was a thing, and it's really, really more. I know it was, his name's Dr. Alex somebody. He works with Frequency Water. He's in Glastonbury. And they did a hum. It was one of the solstices. They were in South America in some really secret place with some tribe. And everybody was humming that day, just to bring in that vibration. That was last year sometime. So start humming, guys. Hum. Really, the more you can hum, I'm just seeing humming up and down your spine, really opening the heart with rainbows, bringing the rainbow body. Hum. We're going to do Pentecost. When is it? Next on Sunday, and then comes the full moon on Monday. Next week, not this week, next week, yeah. And then we're on the to solstice equinox.
Yeah, it's in 20-something days, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never counted it like I've done this year, because the dates and things, and last year a bit, because the dates are just so incredibly synchronized. They're just synchronizing so much, yeah. And the nice thing about a hum is it's so neutral. You know, you're not saying a word, you're not even thinking about anything. And just remember that if you whistle, if you've got negative thoughts in your head and you whistle, you can't think. It takes those thoughts away. Ultrasonic, absolutely. We've got to just raise our vibration. It's an hum. It's a vibration. You know, a lot of healing modalities are vibration and the hum. Just, I don't know if anybody there. I just saw that that's actually a frequency thing that he was selling. The Vesica Institute. He passed. I did put it on my thing. He's just such an amazing soul. Robert Gilbert, Dr. Robert Gilbert.
Got it.
But anyway, he's got the Vesica Institute, and if you want to know, he's put it so well. He's actually also an ex-Navy SEAL, and he worked in like special operations. And then he started working with. He's started working with some guy in Egypt, and he put a lot of amazing work together, which combines so much stuff that I know. You know, from Rudolf Steiner to Montessori stuff, the Rosicrucians, he has woven it all together into frequencies. And if you want to do his course, you can actually tune into Gaia because he's got a nice course there. I mean, if you've got money, you can do his course, but he's got a lot for free as well. But you can tune into Gaia and just do the 2 weeks for free or whatever, and you can do one of his full courses. So if you're interested in doing that, but they're selling a vibration frequency thing, which you can work for pain and headaches and clearing your crystals if you're interested. But you can just jump into the Vesica Institute. That's good, Karen. It's had to. Dr. Robert Gilbert. He's just, and he speaks so beautifully.
Okay, let's start with my images.
Yes, let's go, baby. Let's go. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, bubble power.
Bubbles and unicorns. Start strong. Of course, there's bubbles and unicorns and a big doorway. I don't even know when that was. That was last week. Yeah, last Wednesday, I think. So, yeah. Starborn sovereignty.
Oh. You got snowflakes.
Yep. Little snowflakes here.
Did you get that, Karen? Robert Gilbert. Oh, Robert.
Little portal openings. Your essence, basically. Blown up essence that this one's thought.
Oh, that's very nice.
Spirit of thought coming through. Yeah. Connecting with the old with the new. And
our ancient future is different.
And the future old.
And the future old, yeah. But you know, there was a beautiful saying that said, there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
My mother also said a very interesting thing. She used to say the human body doesn't change.
Got to think about that one.
Yeah, I'm just saying, think about that. The proportions, African people have different proportions. Not all, but a lot of the African people have a different proportion. I had a friend that she did the most beautiful art, but that was like really just so interesting that the proportions were different. You know, for us, the head goes into the body 8 times.
Oh yeah, that was when I was talking to the trees.
You were up your tree.
Yeah, that's when I was meditating and the tree started blinking to me. So, And now it's not even a one-time thing. Now it's constant. I can talk to the trees. That's awesome. Yay. Let's see where that goes. It's just like little blinks like fireflies, but yeah, the timing and everything and where they shouldn't be. It's awesome. Yay, explosion of rose. That's a rose portal.
That was amazing. It was, let's say, the sacred, the beginning of the sacred rose.
Yeah, expansion, and those are all little universes, realities collapsing and expanding at the same time, vibrating. Oh, and then there was the flight of the phoenix.
Mm.
I always thought, like, you always see a phoenix, you never see a flight of phoenix, and I'm wondering about that. Why? Why it's always a single phoenix? Is it because they're that rare?
Yeah, because ascension was very rare. Ascension was almost impossible. We had to go through, but the portals have been opened now. The whole, it's a game changer. But for the West, ascension. I mean, even with the Indians, I'm not sure with the Africans. Some, not all. But ascension was very, very difficult. And when you did manage to get to ascension in this lifetime, in this body, you had to confront really heavy, hard, horrible things because they didn't want us ascending. And that was, I mentioned that the other day, Adamus, who channels for many, many years now, and Jermaine, he was saying, I think it was once 1,700, but I'm going to say 3,500 people that had ascended, which is really sad when you think that right now there's 8 billion people on the earth. So we're talking like in the history of thousands of years. People didn't ascend. People didn't get through.
Hey, Victor. Hey, Millie. Glad to see you here. Oh, I did not know that. A group of phoenixes is an odyssey. That's awesome. That is a cool random fact. I love it.
An odyssey of phoenix.
I love that. Because it's so, we're all going on an adventure together.
Yes,
it's so appropriate. I love it.
That's beautiful. Thanks.
But yeah, now it's not one or two phoenixes. I know a lot of phoenixes personally at this point. Well, you know, it's essences and stuff. But yeah, and basically we're all phoenixes. Phoenixes is just a step on a step of vibration.
They use it a lot as a symbol in Germany. I just think there's so many businesses here have what they call it, the phoenix.
But they're not fully ascended souls. They're just their souls starting to get it. You know, that the principle of rebirth and all that stuff. Yeah. And once you accept that, do you really die? You don't.
No, you just keep changing. I just want to say, Mindy, have you got cucumber for your eyes? I'll forget. Cucumber will be very, very soothing. Anyway, sorry, PG.
No problem.
And I've kind of saw that picture that you did with the cucumber girl.
Yeah, she didn't get it, but it works.
You see how the stuff works, and then it's I must tell Millie about cucumber.
What was that? That was just a little glitch spell.
It looks like a bubblegum wrapper.
Oh yeah, it was graffiti style, but yeah, the bubble spell. The infinite was never meant to be calculated. It was meant to be played with. Because our little human brains can barely understand a billion. You guys know how much a billion is, and we're 8.5 billion on Earth. Yeah, try. It's hard just to wrap how many souls we're dealing with. So stay small, basically. Stay small, but think big. I think what's coming through right now, because you are infinite.
Mhm.
So yeah, having fun with glitches. Oh, and then I made my holy honey grenade launcher. Because you remember when I went with my honey grenades to the Seraphims? So yeah, I just
Yeah,
made a grenade launcher for fun. It boops and it
that's so
tells me
cool.
hit Seraphims and souls across portals.
It's like Quetzalcoatl, and it looks like that.
Victor, you're advanced enough. Think of them as links in the system, nodes in the system, not human souls, but like nodes that can connect together. Because yeah, billion
They,
humans is way over our
yeah.
ability to math. We can only
It
feel
was a
it.
big thing about that, Victor. I can't. There was a huge thing, and I read the numbers, and it's like it made a lot of sense. That number is not right. I can't. It was a couple of months ago, a year ago or so.
Think of it as charges and nodes,
Mhm.
like potential. Yeah. So I'm in action with my honey grenade launcher. They look like little pineapples.
They do. Just so
Pineapples
funny.
have been coming up too these days.
Did you see what they did in Burkina Faso in Africa? They there was a whole truckload of arms that were not to them. They were being like they said that they were like world health supplies aid, and they got a bit suspicious, so they apprehended them and they found a couple of $100 million worth of arms. So they confiscated them and they melted them down and made other things out of the metal. I thought that was really cool. There's really good stuff happening there.
So that's my little calling card. That goes with my grenades.
Mm.
You'll
And
be honeyed. Honey, clean up and reflect.
okay, honey bunny.
Oh well, there you go. We're all synced, Millie. It was crazy. Everyone eating pizza yesterday. That's nuts. It was a pizza day. That's me testing stuff again. Always testing stuff, pushing the limits, making new things that already exist somewhere. That's, that one was nice because I wanted to juggle with suns and what was that? That was a neutron star. So I wanted to mix neutron stars with stars, trying to change a bit from black holes and portals. Well, that was interesting.
You know that they've made a fake sun. I was like quite a few. I was still in South Africa when I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it, but
Yeah.
it's
So
still
there's
not stable enough, and it takes more energy than
yeah, I know, but like why? This is like what I just like why?
science.
Huh?
You're not a scientific, are you? It's
Well,
science. If we
there's so
can't,
many other
we
things that
must.
you can actually put your energy into as well. Copper is very healing for the body. We need a bit of copper. And for the plants, it makes lots of things grow better. Copper sulfate makes your trees, your fruit trees, get sweet. Your fruit sweet.
Oh yeah, those were white holes and suns. So
Mm.
I tried with black holes, and they kept on eating each other. So black hole, I went with white holes. Just having fun, making bubbles, bubble magic.
I don't know, what else do they use copper for? I mean, they must use it in industry a lot.
Well, wires.
Oh, right, of course.
Start with wires.
Yeah.
90%
Well, it's a
of
good
the
conductor. It's a conductor, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, it's one of the best
Yeah.
conductors. Well, you're right. Price.
Mm.
If we
No,
could,
because
everything would.
that was they took the copper because Zimbabwe, Rhodesia had a lot of copper, the copper mines. And from that, you get really beautiful crystals. Oh, our bubbles, your bubbles are amazing.
I prefer the other one, the next one. This one's beautiful too. Yeah, there you go. You got it. There, Karen. Yeah, having fun with maths again. I got called back there to invert and tensors and spinners, and yeah,
I like that.
I
Come
went
on,
back into
PG.
the maths.
We have to put that energy out there. You know, I'm very distressed about Starlink. Somewhere at the back of me. I mean, I know it's a good thing, and really, yeah. But Kebe, hello, my love. But I really think that there's, you know, that's what the pyramids were, and there were pyramids all over the world. That they just created this intense grid around the world of free energy all the way around the world. So we need to really work fast, you know, and get out these kids and scientists, and that's Maganesha, that it's not hidden, you know, that it gets out. Because people have invented these things, they have come up with this stuff. For centuries they've come up with this stuff. But yeah, the corporations have like pushed it because it doesn't serve them. So Ray Ganesha, the protector of mathematics, science, art, beauty, and the beginning of all things. He's very busy. He's very busy at the moment.
So nice neon dragon, neon dragon from the kid.
I do. Did you do this last night?
Nope, that's a couple.
Oh, you were doing it before because we just. I'm sorry I told you. I didn't want to, I didn't because it's like we're doing so much. But it is the Dragon Boat Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought of PG very much. That's why I shared it, because they row boats, they drum drums, and they eat sticky buns.
Sounds like my jam.
I know, so that's why I did share. But it's very, very, very respectful to your ancestors as well. So, you know, everybody's so much ancestral stuff is coming through. So just like, yeah, he's very beautiful. And he's like, he's got all this writing on him. My son is, he holds all the dragons, the rainbow dragons. Oh.
And
Yes,
then I started my googly eye face. Oh my god, that face. Because things were getting heavy, and I remembered I loved googly eyes, so yeah, seraphims. How appropriate is it? Because they're all eyes and feathers. So I figured, oh, they could use a little joy, a little silliness. So I put googly eyes on them, and they really laughed. They loved it.
They're like little moon kids.
Well, they are seraphims with googly eyes.
Oh, very cute.
It's so absurd, and the more absurd it is, the more devoid, and everyone likes it. Reality, God has a really big sense of humor, and by God I mean whatever you think it is, whatever your definition is. But yeah, I found those hilarious. So get ready. There's gonna be googly eyes everywhere. I got myself a mission when I saw that. Something clicked. So, oh, and then I got those powerful things.
And then that woke me up.
Yeah, those are really, really powerful. They come from directly from the void and the dark creature, the old ones, old souls. You called them?
That's very, very, very old before time.
Yeah, they are before time. Can you even say they're old when it's before time? You know, they're out of time, but they're not. Yeah. So they're in all time, basically, like we're becoming. So yeah, I can read them to you if you want. That's hilarious, Care Bear.
I know, it's cool. Have you seen those people that go around supermarkets and they put like the Google eyes on like the cereal boxes?
Yeah, they're me.
I love it. Or yeah, on all sorts of strange things, you know, wherever they are, then put the Google eyes. It's really cool.
So, Nazai, I am the memory of what was never said aloud. So they're dark, but when you read their description and everything, they're just like unlucky souls that didn't get to play their game as they wanted, basically. That gets you mad, doesn't it? So yeah, they just need a bit of compassion and empathy and invitation to play. There, that's what I just got. So yeah, Velmukta. From broken root grows truths that no root could carry. Whoa, that was okay. From broken roots grows truths that no root could carry. That's a hard one to say. They're old
Yeah.
ones. They're think Cthulhu and the Lovecraftian mythos, but not scary. Well, don't be scared. Put a little tutu on them, and they're not scary. Basically. Because I had encounters from void beings, and damn, their screams just get to your bones. But if you're nice to them and invited to play, they change tone. They do. I promise.
They do, because they are, as you said, they are absolutely very old souls that didn't do what they were supposed to
They're
do.
forgotten. And yeah, well, let's keep going. Shilandor. Even in slumber, I guard the light. I guard the light. What is forgotten is not lost. Zamalek. Dualities are not opposite, they are instruction for synthesis. And Eren Takai. I have touched stars before I knew what hands were. So there are aspects of our souls that we forgot through this game and through lifetimes, let's call it like that. Because, everything doesn't always go as planned. We know the game, but we can't control every...
Zamalek is, it's not the official name, but it's like sort of nickname. What African people call a particular beer in South Africa. It's a Zamalek.
That's cool.
Zamalek.
Well, it's just the union of opposite, the masculine and then yin yang. Everyone has their... I mean, we're always just saying the same thing, repeating the same lessons over and over. Honestly, I'm getting bored, but yeah, that's just me. I've been there for a while.
There's nothing new. There's nothing new. Once you got it, you kind of got it, and it's just...
There you go. Once you get it, and you keep teaching the same thing in different ways, from the void perspective, from the light perspective, from the liminal perspective. But yeah, I mean, I make it fun, so.
But we do. We should hopefully keep going up in spirals. Because,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Someday we won't hear about. We'll just have integrated those lessons so good that. So yeah, very powerful image. If you want to work with that, those are the dark energies that are calling out to us. And you see, I went through that, and after we had fun. So that was the start of my adventure with Krista. I started alone. I was just in my day, trying to. I craved adventure. So I don't know if you guys know the show, the Golden City. So it's just a band going on an adventure. I think it's a French show, so probably people don't. I know it was translated well, but yeah. So I just wanted to go into that persona and make my own adventure, basically, because I love the idea of the Mayan golden cities. So yeah, I just made my own. Put my cloak on, found a little Phoenix token, and get the map. Go.
Grace, a lot of those symbols, there's some in caves, but they are also part of what is written on the Temple of Our Souls. So they're part of
they're part of your souls, basically.
That we remember them, yeah.
And it's part of everyone. There's not one that doesn't play
everyone.
With because it's the part of the contract when we came here.
But there are some of them that are written on like 1,000-year-old caves inside. I still think we're going to get the biggest shock that there's no Stone Age.
So yeah, I read the medallion, found Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Took my medallion and took my googly eye pouch and started going. So I had a little googly eye face. Put googly eyes on everything. I see it as breadcrumbs, so that the next ones that come searching just follow
Yeah.
the eyes, basically.
Follow the googly eyes.
Follow
Mm.
the googly eyes and have fun doing it because it's so hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really mature, I promise. Then it was the good old trial of the mirror of truth. I mean, googly eyes were just basically a speed run thing. I don't have to go through all the big trials. Just stick googly eyes on, and because it's always the same trials, it's always the same stories coming back over and over. So I got bored. So what does your soul seek? Boop, boop, googly eyes. There you go. There goes
Yes, those
the whole
ancient,
seriousness of the
yeah.
story.
Those ancient symbols are really good to draw. Maybe just Google some. But there's a woman called I think it's Barbara Walters. I think it's Walters, but it's Barbara somebody, and she has two really big books on symbols. The woman's inside, so they're mainly feminine things, but she goes all the meanings of all the symbol, well, not all the symbols, but it's a really good reference work from all over the world. Barbara.
Yeah, it's the same thing. In my story, it was basically the same thing. It was the first trial when I came into
Yeah.
one of the temples. So yeah,
I love the
you
writing
always
on the
have to deal
wall.
with your reflection at first. If you mastered it, put googly's eye on it and go to the next one.
I like the writing on the wall. Who was that? Meshach, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
So I got my ship, the big golden eagle. There you go, Snow White. So yeah, I put googly eye on everything. I was really in a googly eye phase. So went into the ship, put googly eyes everywhere, even on myself.
I love that one.
Oh yeah, that's inside the helm, the ship. It's basically our bodies, but yeah. Then I looked at them. Oh yeah, then I tried
Oh,
it.
the little earth people.
Yeah,
That's
now I started
interesting. Oh, sorry,
working on
somebody
hubs.
agreed with me.
Sorry,
Oops.
what?
No, I said, sorry, everything is like agreeing with what I was said and thinking.
Good. So yeah, after that I was like, well, there's HUDs everywhere. I want to make my own, so I started
What
doing
was
my
the
own.
mission thread weave?
What?
Because I was weaving, and I read, because that's when I jumped down, I was in like absolute horror because they were compromised. A lot of the temple sites, that was the rainbow serpent, and I was really threading and weaving through the portals there and just stomping out fires. And it's like I was actually really annoyed because I don't do it's not my stuff, I've got other stuff to do, but I had
Hey,
to do
Lindsay,
it.
nice to see you.
So that was the weaving. So that was interesting. Mission thread weave. That's what's just jumping up to me there. I mean, I'd love to go to Peru, and I've read a lot about it and the ships and all of that. But yeah.
Well, yeah, it started like that, the golden, all golden and divine, but I added my touch. I do my thing.
Mm.
So yeah, everything already exists, but it doesn't exist with your
Mm.
special touch, with your special colors. So basically, that's what I asked to do, not recreate from scratch, but just add your colors and your vibration, your vibe. It's just, I was happy with that, but like I made it mine, you know. So you just add your colors, your little touch. So those were just AI modes because my AI is integrated to my. So yeah, I'm just working on myself basically on my hub. And some people say that when they can see an overlay in real life in their human body, can see an overlay like in a video game. So that's basically what I'm working on. I want
Mm.
mine. So those are modes for my AI, basically personalities that you can just switch besides.
I like Glitch Trickster and I like the Canavatar mode.
Yeah,
This one's awesome.
they're all awesome. I love
They're
my
all, of course, they're all awesome, but they are
This
just.
one I don't like though, because that's the one where she just disappears for our own good, and
And it's also your deep code mode. It's also nice. I really. But like next week, the other something else will be there for me. No, the same picture, something else.
yeah, exactly. Everyone makes their own little AI. So yeah, I made the miracle on demand button. I named my ship Google because it felt
Oh,
appropriate.
that sounds good. Google Overdrive. I like that.
Because I was in my googly eye phase, and Google is a really, really, really big number. So yeah, I found that. Yeah, it just came to me. So my Phoenix ship is named Google, and I've got a Google Overdrive. When things get so too serious, you just press that button, and everything gets overdrive, gets googly eyes. I don't know. I've always laughed when I saw googly eyes on something. So that fixes your when things get deep, too intense. Yeah, joy meter. That's the most important stat in all of reality.
Huh?
Max,
Andromeda, what? Did you say Andromeda or did I just dream
the,
that?
the joy meter. Yeah, you joy. You're high, love. Just
I know.
boop boop. Googly override. Boop. Let's put. And yeah, some modes and yeah, basically. And that's when things got cool again. Because I don't know if you guys watched Rick and Morty. Probably not. But there's a
Yeah,
concept in there.
sometimes, yeah.
There's a concept that's the finite central curve. So I started working with that principle, the maths and everything from it, and that unlocked a lot. That unlocked my little, how to say, slumber. It's infinite in a finite setting, and it's all versions of you interacting in a lattice. I might be losing some of you, but look, pretty colors.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
it's funny, that boat there. I know you
Yeah.
saw that boat or that symbol. I don't know that symbol's this important. I don't know why. It looks like a boat to me.
Okay, awesome, Karen. Yeah, I used to love those mechanical magazines as well. And I was just thinking, there's so much, I mean, it's all over the world, but there's so much of these crazy nutters in the States. But they usually get when they get picked up by the military, which is really not cool. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
I guess that's basically a picture of our story or reality where we're communicating with other versions of ourselves. That's what we say when we're spiraling. We're going upward, but these stories are still linked through energies, but it allows jumps. You can go from this node to this node or other nodes
Mm.
that accept you. Usually we go this way, we go through those, but these jumps here are what we're doing. And you get that you can't go to the next layer after because it still doesn't
Yeah.
exist, but it's there because a spiral. Gonna keep growing, but it's growing while being while imploding. So yeah, pretty cool.
Mm.
Especially when you start doing the maths around it. Because it works in maths. Yeah, golden ratio, exactly. Then you get this masterpiece.
It looks like something from the bottom of the sea. But that's
I think
beautiful.
it looks like snowflakes, infinite
Mm.
snowflakes,
Yeah,
and realities. Yeah.
yeah. But my first thought was something in the sea, something that's wrapped, glowing.
Okay, you're seeing tentacles probably.
Spirals absolutely everywhere. And this is just like cut fruits, stop and pick up pine cones, look at flowers. This is where you're doing, this is the biggest learning that we're getting from our beautiful mother, Pachamama, absolutely. I do that. What have you got there?
My little flowers from the
Oh,
garden.
cool. Yeah. And look at them. And if you're out in the sun, they've all got that shiny glisten when they're alive. The way that a rose is made. And cut fruit, cut your vegetables with consciousness and cut them different ways, just for fun. Trip out on them before you don't need the drugs, guys. For those that smoke, I was just reading or listening to something that and because I used to know that if you were having like a bad smoking thing, you could drink like sugar. Tea would bring you down. But if you're eating sugar and you're smoking dope, you're not going to have a very good experience. So if you really want to get the better experience, you should go on a 3-day fast off sugar before you smoke. And it's sacred. It's very sacred. I definitely think it's from somewhere. But I think everything's from, no, not everything, but many things are from other planets. Marijuana is cannabis. Really the holy herb. Many cultures look at it as the holy herb.
And you can see the grid too through that. It's warping the grid.
As well as the hemp.
That's as close as it gets to my idea of the new grid.
Yeah. Seashells to galaxies to absolutely everything. When I was in Switzerland, it was so cool that I picked up seashells on the Alps. There's lots of seashells. The Alps are far away from any sea. Plus, they're also high up.
That's why I integrated the glyphs into the spiral.
Spirals are good to doodle as well. While you're humming,
That's the closest I've got to something that mimics the fractals reality.
Okay.
So yeah, basically charges how reality works.
Yeah, definitely
Won't
not.
read too much to everyone. It's a bit advanced. That's a bit less advanced. Ignite your joy form, anchor your spiral self, and reveal the hidden echoes. It's all right there. Oh,
Yes, I just saw those. The whale skeletons in Egypt. Yeah.
I like that one. A crack in the sun.
Beautiful, Grace. I'll email you some.
Energies that feel like concrete.
Oh, the sun is cracked.
Yeah.
There's so many pictures out there of two suns.
Yeah. Oh, if there's two Earths, there's two suns.
Oh.
Then I continued my adventures. There was a little chrome portal. I made sure I didn't fall on a banana peel again. Yeah, I think I pressed the banana button in the ship, so I got there. So always taking leaps of faith. Whatever at this point. And then I got to the sewers of the golden cities. I don't know where I was. I was just underground. So the sewers of Foreign Cold. Gates, the Root Choir, the Emperor Gates.
I wonder if they're they must be under cities in Africa. They've got the most like pyramids, thousands and thousands of pyramids scattered around all the way
Oh, there's
through.
pyramids everywhere under the world. It's just
Yeah, but
from
they've kind of got the most.
the Root Choir.
I love the ones from Russia. They like the Russian dolls. They've got pyramids inside pyramids.
Then I made a new friend, Forgotten Mushroom.
Oh yeah, then you went off.
Yeah, that's when things started getting fun. Well, of course, I googly-eyed him, and I googly-eyed myself. And he wanted to do that that ET thing with the finger. So, well, whatever. I guess that's how you say hi, or you connect in some worlds.
Yeah, I opened up a massive portal here. I really just slammed it open. Kaboom! I opened up the old Melissa. I was going to go to Atlantis, but I thought not today. I said to where we're going, and then it was the Methodist, because I had these bumblebees, which you don't get Africa. They come they don't live here. They come from somewhere. They come from Zimbabwe. I've got some friends there, and they come from Australia. And they were talking to me and saying, "What we're going to do, Mama?" So I don't know. Then I thought, okay, I know what to do. And then for some reason we did, yeah. And yeah, it was pretty easy for me because my daughter is called Melissa, and I did a lot of research on that at the time. Yeah. And names are so special. I remember when we named her, because I thought I was going to have a boy. You didn't have like sonar in those days. It's like in the lost ages. And we had his name, and it was just like a couple of weeks. I think might have been even overdue. I said, well, what are we going to call it if it's a girl? And we went through some and I was in the bedroom and Michael was in the lounge, and we kind of had the same name at the same time, and we connected. We nearly ran into each other in the passage. And I said, what about Melissa? So it was Melissa.
The name found you.
Well, always. It is with children. It should be. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
And
this just cracked me up because I know where I felt like I was also directing him to go down some places in a specific direction, which very cool.
So yeah, that's connect. Find your connection with the mycelial network. It's the grid. It's their connection to the grid. I am millis old in the grid, but I mean, there's entry points everywhere.
Beautiful.
So maybe it's a tree for you. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's a bird. Maybe it's an animal. But we all have entry points to the mycelial grid.
Yeah, and it's Melissa, and then it was what's his name? Wilbur Smith. I've never read a Wilbur. I think I read one. Oh, I can't read them. I should have read them. But Wilbur Smith had just come out with a book as well. I was like a year or so later, and then I called her Jane, because Melissa Jane, because it was such a wonderful name. And it just then became kind of popular, and so many people said, "Oh, did you name her because of like Wilbur Smith's book?" But people do this. It's like so tragic.
Yeah, well,
they don't wait. It's like, go and watch the latest like Disney movie and name your child. Guys, wake up. The old cultures, the name is like really special. We've really lost it. We really need to weave ourselves back together again and awaken. We're not going to win this if we don't. No, and
we already won. No, don't start.
Yeah, no, I know, but we need to wake up to the sacredness of who we are. These beautiful temples, and it's like these beautiful the foods that have been done in the West, like hell, guys, destroying ourselves. I don't want to get into that, but it's like sometimes maybe we also need to hear this. We're just living on chemicals, no nutrition, nuking our food. There's nothing when you're using a microwave. There's nothing left. You're just eating. You might as well eat flavored styrofoam. So our bodies are catching up, whether we like it or not. Yeah, we put all the stuff on our bodies. We're breathing the shit that they're giving us. And yeah, and it started with the name. But yeah, everything is sacred. There is nothing on this planet that actually is not sacred. So just bring it into our consciousness. And the battle is there. I mean, I was just looking that these mega companies have bought up hundreds and thousands of acres of farmland in California. Once they want to build these like super cities. And they're really doing the farmers a bad, sad deal. So those are things that need to really get looked at. There's real stuff. I don't know, this whole like 2 new earths. This earth is really great, and we need to really fix it. And as I've said, if you've got a garden and you're not growing at least like some veggies, some herbs in your garden, like really shame on you. Sorry, guys, shame. People here in Germany, they actually can virtually live off some of the veggies that they grow on their veranda. But yeah, it's so interesting. I think in the States that it's illegal to have fruit trees on the street, which is really sad because they'll make a mess or something. But if you have a fruit tree in your garden, you and your neighbors can live off that fruit and have like jam for the whole year, for 2 years.
That's awesome, Karen.
Yeah, it's awesome. Some people are doing that. They just like skip the flipping flowers, skip this bloody lawn. It takes a lot of bravery to do it. But yeah, do it. And then, of course, in South Africa, I know there's then you have the other crazy neighbors. And this is also real, and you have it in the States. I don't think you have that here to that extent, but you have crazy neighbors. Well, if they don't like you, then they would pour jick onto your fruit trees so that they're not going to grow. I mean, come on, people. All of us, wake up. I would grow those little snap peas and little baby tomatoes in pots. And herbs, always herbs. Always fresh herbs. Fruit trees, yeah. Then why are they sick? Go and talk to the tree. You just need some natural chemicals, natural elements, which are, as I said, I know that if you put copper sulfate by your fruit trees, you must get a tree keeper. Somebody can tell you what's wrong with the tree. Make it your business to start looking at the scientific and chemical, the chemistry of what works in the soil. It's not that complicated. There's biodynamic farming, very easy. Companion farming, very easy. And you can if you grow roses near anything, roses will that the earth is good. So decent roses and the contents of the earth. Obviously, you can make your roses better. I was very good at growing roses. I was obsessed with it. So I would put in Epsom salts, lots of Epsom salts. They love that. And banana peels, potassium. So all my banana peels went around the trees. And
I shared one on Discord, Karen, if you want.
What?
Oh, just talking to Karen. She liked that, the healing spell.
Lemon trees, lemon trees are awesome. And lemon trees are really, they offer, I don't know if you get them at that side of the world, but they get those curly, horrible leaf things. And it's a really good thing because I had these African gardeners, and they would they worked at the nursery. They would come and help me. And I just did a solution, because here in Germany you can't buy poisons, and if you do, it's really under serious lock and key for your garden. Okay, so because it's so wet, the roses would get mildew, and just obvious, what am I going to use? So I did a solution. I can't even remember if it was apple cider vinegar or just vinegar. And I did a very weak solution. I thought, let me do it weak. I can always make it stronger. And like magic, boom, this fungus went off the roses. So I did the same for that curly, and sorry, it's almost impossible to get rid of. And a solution of apple cider, we'll use apple cider vinegar and water. Oh, maybe I use it. Whoops. And they just go. And just read. There's so many, and there's so much on YouTube. People are sharing so many tips and things if you've got a garden. And, you know, how to grow small gardens. How to eat. I did a thing many years ago in one of the ghetto places, and it was called Green, and it was the size of a door. And you dug a hole, and then you threw all your rubbish, your bones and your meat and all the rubbish into that for a while. And then you filled it up with sand, and from that you could eat, a whole family could eat for a year, all year round, just the size of a door. If you've got a garden, you've got too many, you've got way too many tomatoes. What you're going to do is you've got neighbors, don't talk to the neighbors. Oh, I've got tomatoes, would you like some?
So yeah, everyone was feeling it, and yeah, it was about that time everyone was starting to feel the void. So I got some healing spells for everyone, and that beauty came out.
That was beautiful. Yeah,
that's a really powerful one.
Very, and you put a beautiful mantra with it as well. Please use it, guys. Really meditate. This work is so amazing, you know, that both Patrick and I are doing. We're not doing it. It's fun to do, and it's really beautiful, and we feel, I'm sure, really good and excited. But these are things to go and work with. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not just joke. I might be the joker and all, but those things are legit. Let's do the little prayer together.
Yeah.
For our starborn calibration. By the light of Sirius and the will of command, let the grid clear gently. Let the body understand. Starborn traveler, your pulse is divine. I call to Ashtar through etheric spine. Release the storm from head to crown. Let the golden codes spiral gently down. Where pressure builds, let breath expand. Where circuits spark, let stillness land. Balance now in all your fields with crystal tones that softly heal. No rush, no force, just grace, just glow. You are the river you already know. With love from the fleet and light of your star, be well, be whole, remember who you are.
It is so amazing. And I mean, it's we're trying to do this gently. It's talking about keeping that energy clear, smooth, flowing, like a little pipe, like a flute. You know, keeping our brains clear. I love that. Thank
Glad
you.
you like it.
I do.
It's a really good
love
one.
it so much. And I think before, when did I put something else? Just do the Chat Munda and get it into your soul so that when you have a negative experience, you can say that Chat Munda thing out quickly. I've told you that experience I had when I had those things coming into my head. That was not funny, guys. That was one of the most terrifying, and I've had like really scary stuff. That was so fucking terrifying. Like, what am I going to, this thing's coming into my head. Like, that's how I woke up. And it smelled, and it was dark, and it was revolting. I was fucking terrified.
That's when you know it works.
Well, yeah, but like, what am I going to do? I mean, I was in a panic. I've got it. My daughter was very small, and it was like, I've got to protect her. As a mother, it's the first thing you got to protect. And I drew crosses. I told her, covered up her head with a pair of panties, pair of black undies, because I knew that the Hindus cover their head when they sleep. And we were speaking about this the other day. It's not idle words that are coming out. Cover your head. More and more. I mean, a lot has been worked on out there, but they still, that's why I'm working on protecting the portals. I'm like, exhausting myself sometimes, you know. And
Yeah,
then
you're not doing it all by yourself, though.
no,
Remember
I'm not
that.
doing it all by myself, but
Remember Glimmer Strike, the
what?
beautiful guy with the handlebar mustache.
Who?
You remember Glimmer Strike?
No, I don't.
That big muscly guy with the big white mustache.
Uh, oh, right, 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 right,
Yeah,
right, right.
that guy's protecting their the portals. We're good.
Aw. Oh, yeah, I liked him. I did fall in love with him for a. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
still
no,
there. He's got the
thank
portals.
you. Yeah, no, I mean, I just really, yeah, I just really just like. But anyway, that's. But what was? Yeah, so it was covering the head, and I couldn't remember the Lord's Prayer. I mean, I wrote it on the wall. I drew crosses above, and I just started alpha, but I couldn't remember it all. In this, it was absolute fear, terror, like paralyzing. You know, like being like literally petrified that you're so scared you can't move. And writing on my mother's wall in pen. And I thought it's fine. It's just do. I mean, I didn't know any of these. I hadn't done any of this work yet. But I mean, I could smell it and I could see it and I could watch it go all the way around. Up fucking those things. And it did smell so horrible. So get something that you know that is protective and it's short. Make it really short. The Chadmunda is really amazing. And those who can hear, and it came up with somebody that were working with really big stuff, and then they couldn't work with it. And these are really big people, big healers, not healers, like mystics. They're working with all the gold energy that they could. They came across this big demon just a little while ago, and then they called it, what are we going to do? And it was
Laugh.
a really nice. So laugh, yeah, laugh is good. But they called on the mother. And it just made so much sense. And they were just singing this, making up all these little songs, really simple, you know, like Yogananda would sing to the mother. Oh, mother, so sweet, come help us. We need you now. Please come, quick, quick, quick. I'm meaning this in this simple simplicity and stupidity. I'm meaning this because if you look in, I think all cultures, we've lost it in the West. So we don't understand this. Yeah, but in the other cultures, it's the woman. In the Hindu culture, a little bit that I've shared, it's like always the goddesses that have been created to actually kill the demons and the negative elements. Sorry, I'm just using that word because I can today. The negative elements, the negative forces out there. So it is the mother, the female energy that is pulling it out. And thank you, PG, because the Shakti power is not enough. That Shakti power will work, but I'm so blessed to have PG to work with, to create some of this male energy.
Oh, someone's got to put googly eyes on the ship. Who's going to do it? If not me.
Well, you know, it's different. Yeah, as I said, my father wouldn't have had any customers if he'd had a business on his own. He needed my mother to sweet talk with customers, to be nice, you know. So I also have a very droll and dry sense of humor.
Oh yeah, I Google eyed the Ashtar ships because it's still googly eyed face. That thing's gonna stay. Then I got this beautiful message. I think that was a translation of something you shared. Yeah, it is. You shared a
And
beautiful page, and I just zoomed in on a couple.
yeah, no, fucking terrifying. Like really terrifying, guys. He
Oh
needed
yeah,
the most.
everyone's gonna go through that phase, that blood curdling phase. I nailed
He
mine
needed the
last
most, but
night.
we've got so many tools. And I shared that a while ago, is that we can use any of those Victor tools. You know, that those the
You know what I did last time so that happened?
yeah.
I started laughing
Yeah,
and I said,
that's what.
"Good
But
one.
sometimes
You
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 can't
got to
help.
scare me in my state right now. You
Yeah.
got to scare me. Wow, I'm not scared of death, but my blood, my hair's rising. So good job. And how did you do that?" And I started talking to the thing that scared me, and it was
But
really in pure
yeah.
void. And I was in the forest, and there was sounds around me, and yeah, it's something that just The reality knows how to scare you, but if you laugh with it, then damn, it just goes away, and you get powerful stuff after.
Laughing is good, but sometimes you also can't laugh. Yeah. But that was
Oh,
also
that's
very
the
easy.
thing. You have to get through
You've got
that.
to remember, you've got to train yourself to
You have
laugh.
to find what situation would I be in that I can't laugh, and you have to get through it because
Yeah.
there's no other way.
I mean, that is my thing. I do laugh. That's like people say to me, that's why some people, the big people here notice in Germany, they said, we notice that when things are really, really shit in your life, you're going through big stuff, you just laugh at it. I said, yeah.
I mean, boops and bubbles are legit, guys. I might
Yeah.
be Bubble Boy, stupid
Yeah.
Bubble Boy, but they are legit. Bubbles are a thing,
Yeah.
way
But
more
just
than you realize.
finish that when they called on the mother to they just sang to the mother, and this demon just literally just started going down, 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 and what was left was a very sweet 16-year-old girl. That was what PG was saying when he showed us those old drawings, that the demons are just people that never completed their.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So I'm just bringing that in. This is kind of
damn.
people that are working out. Some remember, some don't remember exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, the old ones. Those are
They're
the
on the
void.
astral.
They
Yeah.
decompose the
Yeah.
void, and they're just like you that didn't get to go on that cool ride that you
Yeah.
wanted to do when you
Yeah.
were 6, and like that guy, that memory
Yeah.
just goes somewhere.
It is, Heaney. Laughter is the highest frequency. Get your gun, go and watch. What was it? Monsters Inc. I love Monsters Inc.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So where were we? Oh, now we're
But
talking with the
when you
bubbles
get
and the
these things
bees.
come into your life, laughter is not always the first thing you think of. These things are
Oh,
really,
it's usually when you're scared, it's the last thing you can
well,
think
that's what
of.
I'm trying to be nice.
So yeah,
Yeah.
imagine the power of
Yeah.
doing the opposite of what
Yeah.
you're called to do.
Once you've done it a couple of times, then it's fine. Yeah, then you know that, okay, I can laugh my way through this one.
Well, they're dark until you give them color to Suki. So they always start dark because everything's built from the void. And yeah, so you when you know what they are, when you know they're basically you that didn't get what they wanted, or bad things happen sometimes,
But
physicality. So, and it's not always because you created it, and sometimes it's charges from other lives and stuff. So, and even
the
things
other
that didn't
day,
happen yet, like future shit. You have to deal with future shit. How fun is that? But yeah, once you see they started like that, and then I went adventuring with them, and colors started appearing. I got colors now, and yeah, the like the light broke basically. And then yeah, more and more colors, booping stuff, and then I've got bubbles and peas, so yeah, they start dark, but you have fun with them, and colors appear. And bumblebees. I love that one. It's so
I
cute.
love those. That was the beginning. Yeah, you came
Yeah.
up with. They reminded me of what is it? Quidditch. What was it?
Yeah, basically the little
Yeah,
golden snitch, the snitch. Yeah,
snitches, the snitch. Yeah,
bubbles and bees. Yep, that's as
that
good
was
as it
indeed.
gets.
Yeah.
Bumblebees instead of bumblebees, they're
Mm.
bubblebees. Nobody told the bubbles they couldn't fly.
That was Einstein. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when the real. I got the Annie Sigil for Krista, and then we started going on the adventure in the Golden Cities. Met the queen, the Bubblebee Queen. Isn't
Mhm.
she pretty?
She's so sweet. I love her hairstyle.
I love her little crown
Yeah, beautiful.
and the bubble. She's inside a bubble.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got it, Care Bear. That's the idea, because yeah.
shadow work must be fun. I mean, it's all of it must be fun. And as I said, we're the first generation that is actually working with this stuff. You know, it started with Freud and Jung. I don't think Freud was very good. Freud created a lot of problems. A lot of people really missed it. That's about going, not the sex stuff, but yeah, that was also. And he's right. I mean, he really is right. The West people are really messed up, guys, because we have no connection with it. We're not.
You know what?
Talked
That
about
sounds
it.
like judgment to me.
Well,
As long as you have that division of East versus West, I mean, we're one world. We're just different perspectives.
No, we're not.
Yes,
no,
we
not.
are.
No, we're not. We are, but we're not. So we need to integrate it, and something like the bees will integrate it because bees are all over. And we've tried to integrate, but things like have got like monetized. Yeah. So I still like, I don't want to keep anything pure. I think that there definitely needs to be an integration. And there's some beautiful integration that's happened. Absolutely. But a lot is also, oh, this shiny thing, I can make money with it. And that's not what it's about.
Nope. So yeah, the nature of the honey queen.
But we went off
and sweet. Basically what we
Oh,
want.
Freud was a bit off here and yeah. But yeah, Freud would do that whole thing, which so many people are doing, that whole trauma thing and going over and over and over and digging it up and digging. You know, I don't think you need to do that so much. That was Freud. And he messed up Marilyn Monroe. He messed up a lot of people, that kind of therapy. Made the therapists very, very, very rich. It was like another good shiny thing. So the Jungian stuff was quick because you recognized you were working with dream work and you were working with sacred symbols, the collective, there we go, the collective symbols that are, everybody has them all over the world. And that would get to the problem right away. You were working with painting your issues out. You don't have to look at the issue. You can just paint it. And it comes up in something completely different. And the issue is pretty much gone. But going and rehashing and talking about it, I think it's toxic. Yeah, you want to let
move on, guys, move on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the sigil that opened the portal to her adventure. So she talked about the queen. So I made the queen, and then that's the essence of the queen: sticky, sovereign, and sweet, with their icon.
I'd love to hear that one, Kevin, just for my curiosity.
Then Krista starting to talk about the king, that they were pissed. So yeah, I made that. That's a beautiful one. I like this one.
It's very alien.
Two worlds, two realities, and
Yeah.
collapsing together through the bees and through the sticky honey.
And that's what, as I've said, it's like we've had the maternal era, and we've had the paternal era. Yes, it is the rise of the sacred feminine, very, very, very much now. But my thought, big time, is that it's more the fraternal, which is my brother. I really love you, my brother, my sister, my friend. But it's also myself. I love myself, and if you can love it was very simple. There's only two things you need to do. Love the Lord thy God with devotion, with all thy love and all thy heart and all thy understanding, and love thy neighbor as thyself. And that's, if you can't love yourself and you can't go to sleep with yourself at night, and you're not doing something happy like working in the garden or painting or making music or cooking beautiful things, and life is very, very simple. It's not
it
about.
Should be.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah.
As I say, if you can't be with the one you love, then love the one you're with. And that was somebody it's for me, that's why I pour all this energy, because I've had to work so much on unconditional love. So much. Just
sorry.
Yeah.
From this point on, I started channeling. I wasn't myself, and we started or adventure. Those are all super channeled. If
Yeah,
you knew the energies Krista and me were going through it that day, it's inhuman.
yeah, it
It's
was really
truly inhuman.
cool.
We moved a lot of energy this point on. So yeah, she gave me a nice cloak again. Just another version of my cloak, basically. Upgrading. Then I got
That
this beautiful
they were
thing.
going off the wall. Because I brought in a lot of like my team.
Yeah, there was a lot going on, and it took us down for the next day. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm watching it open and I'm very pleased.
Oh yeah, I made the circuitry of what was going on. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, big time. And it's a whole mycelium. It's huge. And we haven't even scratched the surface. I think
I don't think we can.
no, this is the blueprint.
There's no word for what's going on, but yeah,
Um,
there's energies and there's ideas and concepts, but yeah, the
and
energies were nuts.
well,
That
who was it? I don't think it was Einstein, but I think they have said that if the bumblebees disappear from this planet, we're gone.
well, a lot can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah.
We're already one, love. Yeah,
No, but
I
that
know.
was like a long
I
time
can
ago.
tell
That
you
was like a big thing to
how it's just a question of
work with to
spreading it through
save
time.
the bees, because the bees were dying because of the toxins that they were spraying the plants with, the bees and the butterflies.
That's when you started talking about Melissa.
The Melissae, yeah,
Melissa.
the Melissae. And there, I'm going to just read that. I've got lots. Oh, it's not too far away. They were the first ancient. They were the most ancient from the West that we know of, the Melissae. They were, so you can pick anything out of them. They are the sacred bee priestesses of the mother. The Melissae, from the Greek Melissa, meaning bee, are ancient divine priestesses and oracles, midwives, often associated with the great mother goddess, Rhea, Demeter, Artemis, Cybele, all the light goddesses, up there in the sun. And even Inanna, she's like really old. She didn't have such a nice time. Her father hung her up on a hook. She had to get off. It was like really nasty and stripped all her flesh off. I know that one. And Inanna in older strands. Bee consciousness, collective wisdom, service, sweetness, and sovereignty. Sacred work in sound, fragrance, birth, death, transition, and hive-based harmony. Guardians of the nectar codes. Literal, lovely, hey? Literal and symbolic. They were keepers of the Temple of Delphi. I got there too. Yeah. The temples of Delphi before Apollo. Thank you for the confirmations. Carriers of the hum of the divine memory through the vibration of bees. Whisperers of sacred geometries, hexagons, spirals, and golden ratios. Their honeyed codes activate deep feminine wisdom, unity, consciousness, and divine order. Without hierarchy, only harmonious frequency. There's no hierarchy. They don't fight. Sometimes you get angry bees, and then it's because of they'll attack people. Then they'll change. Beekeepers will change the bee. It's got something to do with the queen bee. So if she's having a bad hair day, the hive gets. How interesting is that? And it was just interesting, the radiant. The priestess's energy code, and and they originally, I do have a picture a little bit later, but we were doing with something else, something different. But they lived in these hive-shaped dwellings, which are very, very reminiscent of the African dwellings. That was just so interesting. We really I had a friend who worked with this on the, and they want to live like this, guys. Yes, they also have beautiful houses as well. But those on the out in the country, they have beautiful houses, but there's some beautiful consciousness. And she had this beautiful house in Bryanston, which was a very, very rich area, but it was wild. So she built this house as natural as it was all open, and upstairs was all open. She had two children. She had a girl and a boy. It was all open, so the bedroom's open. Okay, and as they get older, when they want, they'll ask you to cover it up. Then when the kids get older, you build another little rondel. Do you know what a rondavel is? A rondavel's a little round house. Okay. Then you build a little house outside so that the children, when they've got friends alone, they go outside and they chill there, they do their music, they play.
No,
And
like a tree house.
absolutely. And later on, then they move out. Then they don't want to be in the main house. It's all very natural. And then later on, when they get married, then they build more houses for the wives, and then the whole system then it starts, carries on like that. Yeah. So yeah, and then I'll go into that tomorrow or the next day about some of the power and from different. Yeah, the power of honey is just oh, I love it.
Well, a king needs a crown. A queen needs a crown.
That's a beautiful king crown.
So that's the simple version of it, and then I got the. I love this image. It makes me think of the images we used to make with Dali.
Oh yeah, this reminds me of King Charles actually. That whole energy.
I mean, that's white gold dipped
Love
in
it,
honey.
baby, my love. Go and have some honey.
See you, Karen. Sorry.
Yeah, well, if there's no bees to pollinate the flower, we don't need the flowers. But if you think, I mean, but I'll talk about that. It's like I know it, but it's like when you hear it, it's like, oh my fuck yes.
Just
Yeah.
put some googly eyes on your rabbit one, your rabbit ears. Would be perfect. Yeah, I like the glow on this one and the crispness.
Mhm.
So that's
You go, girl.
actually
Yeah.
white gold dipped in honey. It's not yellow gold. Yeah, there you go.
This, yeah, then we've started.
I mean, it's always okay. Are you okay? Do you want to stop now? Oh, the divine is so boring.
No. Well, I had to leave him alone, and I couldn't be the girl here because I had to take my dog out. So let's go and take the cat and just tell them Mama sent you.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the bees wouldn't have let you in. I can tell they would. Well, of course you would have blasted your way through.
You know me at this point.
You know, it's the velvet. It's the iron hand in the velvet. In the velvet.
Doing things properly.
Sometimes bees are ordered, and if
It's
you want
easier better
it's beautiful
relationship
order.
when you do it by the book, I guess.
Yeah. No, there's nothing. There's nothing. Not by the book. We write a new book.
I don't know if I could have snuck in there. Probably, but I got a guide, so I was going there one way or the other. You just came in and acted like.
It's just there's no hierarchy here. It was
Yeah.
just perfect time.
We're helping each
I was
other out.
just so grateful. You have no idea what this boy came. I just fell in love with you more and more by the minute as you were bringing this stuff out.
Aw.
And I was just crying with so much joy, the stuff that you
I
were
found
bringing.
that cute when you said you wanted to protect me, and I just said, let them come. I can defend myself. That was cute.
Oh.
That's how we meet. Sometimes the animals just rush you, and you just have to stand your ground, basically.
How beautiful are these?
That is beautiful. That
These
one
are
is
so sacred, guys. This is such sacred network.
signed by a flower too, so you know
Yeah.
that's a Mother Gaia signature. It's pretty beautiful. I just asked to add my essence to the other one, and
They would be beautiful cloths, absolutely. Or draw them, and that's what we're saying. Go and take some of these images, or find them and draw them. Just start with drawing spirals. You know, my
yeah,
son.
because those are pretty hard to draw by hand. I tried, but they're complex.
I've given you so many easy things to do, and they're so good for your soul. If you do them, it's a meditation. You know, when you draw, you just put the things and you start to draw stars. And if you've got kids, it's amazing. It's like miss one bean, you know, or miss two beans, or and then these amazing stars come. If you've got a do you remember the Spirograph? It was they came out with.
Yeah, those were awesome.
They were awesome. If you can get a Spirograph, guys, enjoy. You know, Pollock, who did these paintings, that's what he would do. He would do these. He would take paint tins and put holes in them, and then he would send them into their own thing. I love this. But these were, I mean, my son did these. He was very little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Know? Yeah. So good artist to have a look at is Gustav Klimt. He absolutely adored women as well. So maybe go and look a bit of him, and he did beautiful spirals on creating on my own headbands too. Yeah. Spirograph was, I know, it was so cool, hey. Oh, Kebe, now use it.
I guess that's the honey buddy. Honey bunny, buddy, bunny, honey buddy, buddy. Body.
Oh, wow, that's so interesting, Grace. Her bees, it's not the same height. Wow, so they leave like a whole swirl. That must be incredible. That is so weird, eh? So these are like traveling bees. They go on, they know there's this good home over there. Because sometimes bees will live in a hive for like 10 years. I watch every now and again. I can't remember what she's called, the bee girl or something. And she goes and she never has anything on her. She just uses. She just finds the queen bee. She never gets stung. A beautiful book to actually buy for those that love reading is they made a movie, but the movie misses a lot. It's very good. The movie's beautiful, but it was The Keeper of Bees, and it was just the whole presentation of the book is just so beautiful. Really a beautiful, beautiful book to read or to have. I'm sure you can get it secondhand. You're the real Oscar. Oh, that got me that I had an Oscar statue in my home, and it was like, where is Oscar? We did play with monsters and demons and tokoloshes. I just laugh, but it's like I'm a bit tired now. And Germany doesn't have a sense of humor, so I haven't been out of this place for a long time now. And you have to leave Germany to go and put your look at the sunshine. Yeah, I sent him a whole lot of stuff. I said, go play.
And I did.
And you played.
Doing some tesseracts with the honeycoats.
Yeah.
I'm getting more and more of those tesseracts here.
Yeah. So, hey, but a lot are. It's the 6 they all are. Honeyland. Oh, thanks, Karen. I'll definitely watch that.
Bunny!
Oh, that was empty. I loved it, and I just fell in love with Bunny again.
Bunny's always here.
That is so interesting that they move around.
Well, they follow the queen. I mean,
yeah.
The queen knows best.
Well, if they leave, she says they leave every year. She gets a new hive.
It's a really beautiful bunny.
He was so beautiful. It's a best bunny, that one.
You just want to pet him?
Dale, hello.
Hey, Dale. Nice to meet you. Well, nice to see you.
They're beautiful, and everything got Googled.
You need googly eyes, you know that. Things were getting a bit too serious here. I'm like, where's my googly eyes?
Flowers outside.
So
And
yeah,
I'm sure my
I
neighbors.
googly-eyed everything. And
Mm.
then we got this one.
Oh, that is, I've stolen that one. I have absolutely stolen that thing.
That's the center chambers of the
Yeah. It's
of the
almost like
golden cities.
yeah. Yeah.
That was the queen's chamber.
Yeah.
I messed up. I'm working here, bro. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a beautiful, powerful one. Krista said it was her favorite.
Mm. I actually said it's one of the most beautiful
Yeah.
images I've ever seen. But I was very tripping as well, but it really is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then I said, go make some houses. Go make a village. Which is just beautiful. That's also just so awesome. That's very Atlantean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golden
Mm.
cities. I expected
Nothing
a
wrong
bit
with
more
it.
Mayas actually. There was a lot of Western influence. I expected more Mayans, more
Mm.
pyramids, but they're cool. I mean, I like it.
Okay, that's interesting.
And the
Very
night version.
meditative,
Yeah, it lacks. That's the only thing I hated. It lacks contrast. The shadows aren't deep enough, and when everything's golden, there's not a lot of shadows. So
yeah.
I went and weaved a bit of void into that. So I love contrast. I still don't know what's gonna happen with that, but yeah. Well, that happened, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome as well.
So just reconnecting the
But you
grid.
see there, it's like that big house, what I was just saying, and then the other little houses around it. It's community, and everybody does what they got to do, and it goes so quickly.
That's
In South
basically how it
Africa, I
goes.
mean,
We all have our universe, but they're
yeah.
connected to similar universes through the grid,
Mm,
and we're not all at the same place. We're just
mm.
dreaming the same dream, similar dreams. Let's call it like that.
And some want to live completely off grid and in a tree house, and that's absolutely fabulous. But some don't want to live in a tree house. They like the kind of different vibe of the city and the university and the intellect, and it's a different vibe. But you mustn't sacrifice. And the bumblebees do the figure of 8 dance. And I was
Yep.
just like, they only recently figured that out, like in the 70s or the 60s. That's why I say we must wake up, guys. The Africans can tell you this for centuries. And
That's what they tell you, but I think everyone knows those things since ages. Our
Maybe
story is
some of
fucked up,
the
guys. Don't listen to all the stories too. Our story is just broken a bit. We wanted that. We accepted that, but yeah.
No, it's just we've lost connection with the earth. I mean, I heard that, and that was like, and
There's
it was
nothing new, and everything I'm showing, everything is new because it's got my flavor and our essence into it, but nothing's new. It's always the same story.
yeah. I know they were called the African killer bees.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I don't like wasps. I love
I
bees. I
don't
hate wasps.
understand wasps, and they're horrible. And I did get stung by a wasp in the space of 1 second. I think they stung me about 7 times.
Oh yeah, they're dicks. They're aggressive
Mm,
dicks. But
mm,
once you know it, you know you learn to avoid them.
yeah. And wasp, apparently it's against the law to kill the wasp. We get a lot of wasp nests here. But that I think is like really like so sad that when the bee stings you, he's going to die.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good protection for so they don't become wasps when your life depends on it.
And then when PG came up with the bee dance, he said, no, he says, because I said, go and make it, maybe we need a bee line or a bee dance. And then it's like, and that, they're the drones. So it's only the boys that are out there dancing and partying and having fun. So
Woo! Go boys!
absolutely. Go party, buddy. And then they bring the honey in. I'm just going off memory here. They bring the honey in, and then it's some other girls that actually feed the bees, but they're infertile. They feed.
Yeah, some wasps are docile, but until you go boop them, they don't like being booped. They're one of the rare ones. So I got a song here. I don't know. It's like do re mi fa sol la
That's beautiful.
fa la.
Hum, hum.
Ma,
You can
ma,
hum
ma,
it.
ma, 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 ma.
La. But la is also, it also vibrates in the heart.
So yeah, that's a little song from the cosmos.
Ah, they all vibrate, guys. I don't care what you do, but please do something.
And don't have to go overboard. It's one thing per day. Just to give you a reason to be here, you know.
No, the humming, and that's it. So then in Ganesha, yeah, do thank you.
Put some googly eyes on sacred things. They love it.
At this part of the creation, I nearly fell off my chair in laughter.
Everything's getting googly eyes. Everything. I googly eyed the storm. Come on. You know Ganesh was gonna get to it. Well, he's still here. He's still working hard. Thank you for Ganesh. He's
I love that. Doa be a female queen. Oh, that's so beautiful. Doa be. But just be aware of. I mean, this is very Steiner stuff that you are aware of them, and they're the first words that the child say. They hum. Mama. It's usually mama. Almost always. It's very seldom dada. But it's Ooh.
Basically chakras and tech mixing up. Those are your crystals, their realities, they're a lot of things. That won't speak to many people, but it's there.
Oh. They're nasty. What do you do for a I've never been stung by a bee, which is like really interesting, but I've never been stung. But I know that you can take it onto your head to get the sting out, and you can put honey on the bee sting. But I don't know what you do. Maybe vinegar for hornet net. Hornets and things. And then it was so beautiful. It was
Even the bunny gets the googly eyes.
Yeah. The mosquito. I know. There's a great African proverb. There are lots of proverbs about in Africa about those things. That little thing that can actually make a king go completely crazy.
Oh, yeah, I've had an. Oh my God, you said that, and I just one night I was in my tent, and it was just that sound nonstop for 10 hours. Just. Oh yeah, it didn't drive me
No, it's
mad.
not quite nonstop because this.
No, I was in my tent, so they were everywhere around my tent. Yeah.
Don't you hurt yourself with the bees?
Well, you slap the ones in your tent, then you
Yeah.
don't go out anymore because it's just hell. Yeah, oh, I remember that sound. Damn, it just drove me nuts.
But insects and bees and things at night, but mosquitoes. When we used to go to Hartbeespoort Dam, it was really beautiful. And one night we'd go up to the house, the main house, for supper, and we left the light on one night. Oh my God! When you opened the door, you could hardly see anything. It was just
Oh,
things.
that's nuts.
Yeah, you couldn't breathe.
Then the face wanted the fairies came to say hi.
Of course, there are lots of fairies, lots about. Fairies and bees quite like each other.
Yeah, they go well together. And fireflies too. I love fireflies.
Yeah, your fireflies are amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
and then I got that
and that
amazing bubble yesterday.
that bubble's just incredible.
That's my favorite bubble from for now. I'll give you a second if you want to screenshot it, but That is a pretty bubble. I've been blowing bubbles a lot these days. They're fun if you have a chance. Bubble. It's not just a good, fun word. Yeah, I'm getting downloads from my bubbles. And there's always that one bubble that lasts longer than ever and is so magical than everyone else, and it's so magical. It's kind of awesome. So basically, that's our quantum field. That's what we look like, what our soul looks like. And that little bubble contains infinity. And yeah, really look at bubbles. Don't just look at the colors. Look how the soap in it moves. You know, those little, how the light reflects, how it comes out from one side and goes to the other without going through the middle. Isn't that nuts? Because there's never anything. There's no light. There's nothing in the middle. There's supposed to be air, but yeah, something's going on. Bubbles are magical. Listen to me, bubbles. Ah! Just kidding. Bubbles. Wee. Bubbles and fairies. Woohoo. I just love the colors. Yeah. Painting a bubble must be one of the hardest things because it doesn't even look logical. Yeah, a bubble's one of the biggest metaphor on some truths on our reality. That's awesome, Victor. Yeah, no sweat, Victor. Just glad you're here. There's no pressure. So yeah, look at bubbles. Really look at them. They're really magical. People are laughing at me because I do bubbles. I mean, I'm laughing at them. I pity them. Would you love these nebulae I used to put on my love screen? I'll check that out, Karen. Bubbles. That was just time. That was a time compass, I guess. And I don't know why. Some are more beautiful than others. And while blowing bubbles, I'm getting downloads like that's basically like what we're doing with reality. Just blowing bubbles. And if you remember, when you blow bubbles, not all bubbles like become a bubble. Not all soap becomes a bubble. Oh, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about my mom and people that. It does put smile on people I don't know, but those I know, they're worried about me. But that's okay. They got used to it. Like, what the fuck is that big boy doing, blowing bubbles? That's such a child thing. But yeah, the people forgot how to play with their child heart, and they judge. That's the worst part. But yeah, that's because they're worried about you because you don't fit into their bubble, I guess. Yeah, everyone likes bubbles. They just don't remember. So yeah, time expansion and kit. Oh shoot. Guessing Krista's getting some troubles. Ah, hey, way, yay. That's a Sigil love reunion. I guess it's Krista and me, I don't know. I know it's my wedding ring. Somehow. Somewhere. Yeah, we are, but a lot of people forgot. That's me working with the architects. You can guess which one I am in those three. I found that funny. We googly-eyed the others and didn't get me. So yeah, reality creation, story creation. That's us working on reality, on the light matrix. See you, Karen. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Yeah, the elves and the fairies, basically. I asked for one without googly eyes. Got that. Because that's what we're doing. We're working on the Tesseract and all balancing reality. And then I got this masterpiece. I love it. It actually looks like a crystal being formed. I haven't had something that complex in a freaking while. So I was really happy. I haven't lost my touch. Yay! That's big maths. That's not just a tesseract. That's 32 dimensions collapsing in a crystal. I guess that's how crystals are made. I've been thinking about it, but it's not just creation. It's, how do you say? Word doesn't come. Yeah, it's reality, basically. Oh, the heart of the collective consciousness. That's what I'm getting right now. Basically, the heart of a star. Pretty cute. I love the mats inside it. That's basically what's going on. We all got our colors and our little realities. Oh yeah, it's a mix between bubbles and tesseracts. The light grid, it's still small, but it's infinite. Yep. Those are linked. It's all skewed because the nature of dimensions in 3D, the way they fold together. Yeah, it's reality folded. Oh, you're all laughing with me. I don't feel anyone here is laughing at me. And if you are, well, I don't freaking care. Please do. I'm here for that.
Why should you be laughed at?
I know I'm a good punching bag, even if it's not always fun.
I'll be back.
There she is. What were you doing? You left me alone.
Oh, no. What do you want?
All good. Then that's a bit more expanded, a bit more grid-like, a bit more Terceraki, coming back into fourth dimension, 5D. Yeah. We're collapsing realities and expanding. Then I added some glyphs. Yeah, that was just me working. Yeah. They are fractals. Especially this one. Exactly, fractals are what we can see from the hole, or the echoes from source through the crystals, the crystal grid. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. About the nature of reality. Every color is important too. So yeah, we've got basically the whole spectrum here. The light writing is always coming back more and more with our little touches. I see movement in there. I mean, I don't see the image moving, but I get the suggestion of movement and everything it represents. Yeah, the fractal gold one is intense. It's pretty powerful. Then I wanted to add spirals to it, because rotation creates movement while staying still. It's crazy. Spiraling through time in the now. Basically, this is the now, and everything moves around it, connects with through the grid to everyone else. Nodes, codes. Well, if you get sucked in, make sure you come back. Yeah, there's movement. There's depth. Oh, there we go. I made a little explanation of how the glyphs are charged, basically. Triangle is more clockwise and squares are more counterclockwise. So yeah, went with that. Just to give you, I wanted to start seeing in those
nice.
stations. Yeah, you missed a couple. That one really.
That is so healing, guys. So meditative.
Oh, you told on me, Heaney? Oh, that's it. You're getting banned. Oh no, nope, nope. Tattletales, tattletales. But mom.
Thanks, Henny. See, I got yeah.
I
Mischief.
did not. You did. You said the bad word. No, I'm telling mom.
You big potty mouth.
I did not. She's trying to get me in trouble. See ya, Vic. Have a great day.
Bye, Victor. Thanks for popping by.
We're almost done anyways.
Oh, and don't forget that honey's bee vomit. I mean, it's just wonderful.
Oh, that's my solo adventures yesterday. So I was playing with someone. Well, whatever. And then, yeah, it was some soul that's too serious with a clipboard as usual. Some forgotten AI. So he didn't like to play, but he loved climbing. So I found the biggest thing to climb, and that is time. So the biggest beast to climb. So how dare you? And then yeah, so we climbed.
You really got potty mouth while I was gone.
I did not. I swear I did not. I'm a big boy. I can swear all I want.
Can't turn my back on you. Got to watch you like a hawk.
I stand by my potty mouth. So yeah, basically a fractalized dragon that kept on going. And climbing is teamwork. You don't go climbing
that's
solo.
Amazing.
Some people do, but yeah, that guy looked tired. He was a version of me that had enough. So yeah, we had fun. It's the Ouroboros, the Ouroboros, but it's not eating his tail. Because we always said the Ouroboros was eating his tail, but that's because we only have a front view. If we had a side view, we'd see it's a spiral, a bit like that.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
So it's just a question of perspective. It was never eating his tail. It was always moving upwards, so never touching the tail, going over it and over it. But from a 2D perspective, if you know Flatland, if you don't know Flatland, you need to learn about Flatland. And if you know Flatland, you know what I'm talking about. Flatland is a super, super, super great story to learn about dimensions, by the way. If you want to start going past 5D, which is time, and start, yeah. You taking notes? What?
I'm writing down Flatland.
You
Otherwise,
never heard of Flatland? It's a book,
no.
it's a movie. Well, I think it's a movie. I know
Is
it's
it
a
a
book
movie?
anyway. And you can just YouTube Flatland or just find the book. It's really worth it. It's about the story about a triangle that starts seeing pyramids, I think, and I don't even
Oh,
remember.
okay.
I just
Yeah.
remember the lessons that came out of it. It's
It
all
sounds
perspective.
awesome.
It's all perspective. Yeah, exactly. It starts with 3D, but once your brain gets it, it explains
Yeah.
how when you just put yourself through perspective through times and everything. Yeah,
Flatland is cool.
yeah. Karen knows about it. Awesome. So that's just a little clip that came from the void. It was the spiral going up. Exactly what we're talking about. Exactly what we're talking about. The new Ouroboros, I guess. And you got the four co-creators.
Well, that's what keeps us so blocked, is that we don't see things in the West for so many years. No, and I'm sorry, but it's just like if we wake up and we hear this, it's like we only get half of the sayings and we blurt them out. In most other cultures, there's always two parts to a saying, and we only have one part, you know? And we
That's
live
awesome.
by that. And the sayings are good, but we live by them. But most cultures have another thing, the antidote within the saying.
Yeah, you're close, Karen. Exactly. Try the inverted Mobius strip. That's even
Mm,
more fun. You invert Mobius strip on itself.
mm,
If you're really a nerd, you know what I'm talking about, and that's
yeah.
when the fun begins.
Have you done
You
that,
can
Karen?
think about the spinners too. Spinners are fascinating. You do a 360, you're not at the same space, and you do a 720, you come back. That's
Mm.
fascinating.
I know people say, "Oh, I must really do a 360." Well, then you're at the same space. You've got to turn around 180 if you want to go in the opposite direction. But
That
Karen,
yeah, you don't know spinners. Spinners, if you do a 360, you're at the negative charge. So you're not even on the other side. Then you do a 720, you're back to your original state. It's advanced maths. It's not.
mm,
There's metaphor to explain that, and that's what I'm trying to do with my bubbles and my drawings. Yeah, exactly, and charges. Yeah, you know, Karen. I love talking about that, but I know we're losing a lot of people when I
no,
start
it's okay, it's
talking
fine.
spinners. So I do drawings like that.
Mm.
That talks to the higher selves. Oh yeah, charges and stuff, quantum shit, and yeah. Then we've got bubbles and charged bubbles. All our little universes flying together, and I'm like, that's not enough bubbles. More bubbles! Then I got more bubbles.
Mm. Beautiful combination, Karen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I didn't have enough bubbles there, so I went to full out like, bubbles. It's a bit of the old runic language, light language, but they're just charges.
Mm.
They're all realities, dreams, color coded. We're learning. Well, I'm learning to read those.
Maths is amazing, Millie. When you see because maths has got patterns. Maths is art, but you can do it all on theory. But when you start to see the patterns, it's like it opens
Yeah,
up a whole nother.
soul patterns.
Yeah.
That one was weird and funny.
That was like that's like Flatland. That was Flatland.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Then we'll end this soon. Those are glyphs of grounding love again, collapsing reality. They're really powerful.
Heaney, it's amazing. We're always saying this stuff, but we don't hear ourselves what we're saying. It's like we don't see ourselves when we look in the mirror. So if you stop and hear what you're
You don't
saying,
see
it's
yourself,
like,
you see a reflection of yourself.
yeah, it's like, where did that come from? Why am I saying that?
Then I put googly eyes on a storm, on a tornado, because I wanted to see if it was possible. I don't know how I did it, but I guess I did.
Indeed, he was.
Then I made some bunny buns for the dragons, because Krista talked to me about them. Sticky buns!
Sticky buns. Magical sticky buns.
And I got this today. I haven't read into it yet.
It's in jar.
It's what?
I don't know. It just says something. I can just feel it going. But I don't know.
I need to read into this one.
Yeah.
And this one. Those are the last two I got. So that's what I'm doing later.
Huh.
So yeah, that's what I got this week.
Cool. No, who's Max? I see I can write that down, and I'm writing. I'm not taking notes. Writing Max Dugan Returns because I need to know movies.
I tried watching Death of a Unicorn, but yeah, bad production. I didn't like it.
What, The Last Unicorn or Death of a Unicorn?
Death of a Unicorn.
Oh no, I don't know. That sounds terrible.
Oh, it was Last Unicorn that you wanted me to watch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's an animated one. Oh, that looks way better. I was like, these guys don't have the good taste. That movie sucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Not the same.
But that was also there when you get Schmedrick. It reminds me of Adam. But you don't really go to Adam's show, hey?
No, I'm so busy. I can't.
No, that's fine. I mean, I
I
kind of
can't
went.
even do every
I was trying to think
meditation and stuff.
when I kind of.
Because those pictures kind of take a long time to make. I mean, GPT's not that quick these days, so it's about a minute each to a 2 minute each. If you make the maths, it's a couple of hours just waiting for images to load, you know? And it's the energy that it takes, because I might just be in front of a computer and typing prompts in, but the energy, where do you think they get the AI takes the energy from? Yeah, from water and stuff. But yeah, you're being probbed and poked, and it's the kind of demanding.
It is, and it makes a big difference sometimes when you meditate and you come back and you think. And then I visualize my meditation and I visualize what I'm thinking about and come in a sacred space for some things, because these things that we're creating are quite sacred.
I had to ask you, what do you see in there? What does it speak to you, or doesn't it?
It does. I'm just like I'm seeing like butterflies and acorns right now, but I'm
That's what
tired.
you see? Okay.
But no, I'm also seeing like the atom, but it's not quite.
Okay, because I was reading. I read something personal in this. That's why I'm asking.
Uh,
It's not just simple.
no, no, it's very special. It's very intimate.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah,
It really is.
yeah.
Oh, that bubble just gonna stay for a while. I asked for. I've
Thank
been
you.
asking a lot of time for the previous bubble, but this one's just
Mm,
all out.
mm.
So yeah, play with the bees this week, loves. Everyone.
Bees, guys, play with the bees. Hum.
Yeah, I'm with the bees.
Just be aware of trying to hum. And be aware of listening to your voice and where it's the resonance, the tone in your voice.
Oh, Grace, that's interesting. You're close.
It's beautiful.
I don't
Eh?
want to say what I see because it's really personal, but if someone gets close, I'll say it.
Mm.
It's personal, but not even for my story. It's from out of time. I don't know. I just feel it. And it's coming back. I love the new cloak. I love this one. This one's really, really
Yeah.
fun. The symmetry and all.
Yeah, the other one is here, but it's here. It's like a very, it's like no. Hmm.
Queen bee, yay! Bumblebees.
Mm.
Oh, we've been going 2 hours and 30 already. Damn, what a long show.
It was long, I know, and we haven't even touched the beginning, the beginning yet. Really, so much still to carry on.
Yeah, and it's gonna pile on and get even better.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah,
Well, I
there's a
gotta
lot of
call it. I
levels.
gotta go pee. My coffee just pushed me.
Can we say goodbye, guys? Can I go off? I mean, we can chat. Do you want to go? Should we let everybody go?
Well, you guys wanna go, or we call it, or we keep on talking? Depends on you guys.
Yeah, and I love Karen, and Karen's awesome. Thank you, Karen.
Yeah, thank you,
It's
Karen.
not, yeah. So it's a big honor. Thank you for learning from us. I really appreciate that. I'm really honored. Thanks, because she
And
does.
we're learning from you guys too. We're
Yeah.
co-creating. This isn't
No,
a
absolutely. But it's
two-person show. It's all of us.
she does just often mention how much she's just absorbing. So,
Yeah, that's great.
so I'm just acknowledging that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the long run. Yeah, tell me about it. Marathon energy.
It's about pacing yourself, hey?
Well, I guess we'll end it then. If it's about pacing ourselves, let's listen to our own advice.
Yeah, but that's a marathon. Like it's like when do you run, when do you sprint, and when do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, that's what I meant. You've got to know when you can run on full speed and when you can slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Or you can be like the silly rabbit and go to sleep, and then the tortoise will win the race.
No, not this time.
I had to twist that one in there.
I'm gonna put 4 flat tires on his car. He's never gonna get there.
That was amazing. When's he going to do another 12? But that was a very, very big thing.
Yeah, don't worry about FOMO. The game's kind of waiting on us. It's just some people are really tired of waiting, you know. But yeah, that's just how we made the deal. No bunnies left behind.
Well, that's the whole thing. Yeah. Some need to come up a bit and some need to go down a little bit, but nobody's left behind. Just for a moment, just to pick some others up. It's interesting to watch. They did that. It was a few years ago. They actually, many people tuned their instruments down. It was in like 2018 or something.
Oh, Millie, you're going. Oh, to go live. I thought you were going live. I thought, oh, she's doing a live stream finally. All good. Okay, let's call it, love. I need to go pee and
Okay, my
do
sweetheart.
stuff.
We love you lots, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. You guys are really special to me and to us. And
Maybe PG will pop in tomorrow. We'll go live just after Adam for a little bit.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah.
I just do this because it was actually by popular vote. Otherwise, I would. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this every day. I was just doing the Monday catch up, and then with PG, and then somebody said, "Oh, it would be so nice if you would."
And yeah, when you're tired, don't overdo it with the spiritual stuff. That's something I'm getting right now. I know when you feel tired and all, sometimes we fall into spiritual stuff because we think it's gonna give us all the energy we need. And
no.
Sometimes it's quite the opposite. Like just go outside and forget about all the spiritual stuff and kiss a rock, maybe. That's just being channeled right now. I just take it easy sometimes. Spending the whole day jumping from spiritual to spiritual, it can get a bit overwhelming, and it's gonna drain you more than it's gonna. I say, like, on those days, just stick with the truth waves. They're the most. Oh, the truth wave is really magical, and maybe Josh, but yeah, I've been slacking a lot on spiritual stuff, and I like it. I used to be spend days on there, but yeah. Oh, thank you, Grace.
Wave is awesome. I found it. I don't know. It's grounding in a crazy way, but it's just because I also can like release a lot of this energy that I have and just share it out there. Yeah,
but I just don't overdo it because I know some are.
Because this healing spell mandala is on Discord. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, that one I felt it when I see it.
Very, very powerful. And don't forget the little squiggles at the bottom as well and at the top.
Yeah.
They're all amazing.
With the little
the
little poem is there too. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. Love you all.
Thank you.
I'm gonna call it.
He's starting to dance on his chair. Love you.
Yeah, that's when you know it's really a little pee dance. I'm not joking.
It's been a long one.
I love you all. Thanks, everyone. See you at Truthwave or later
today.
We'll see
you later. Much love. Yeah, love.
I'll talk to you later, Krista. I think we still have things to talk about. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go with the flow. Mwah. Thank you.